Hey, Ted.
Hey, Johnny Andrews, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. Great day. Big win for the Eagles, fly, baby.
That
Rest in
was
peace, 1C.
that was pretty impressive. They look like they'll be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
there's
second game goes.
there's two good teams playing in the other game, so nothing's a gimme. But I got to tell you, this guy Jalen Hurts, he puts the hurt on people, and that dude is one strong quarterback.
He
I,
is.
I mean, his legs are. Do you know that when he was at Alabama, he and he played quarterback there before he transferred. He could squat the most weight of anybody
That's
else.
what I heard. He squatted some crazy amount of weight, like a Volkswagen or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, your quarterback was out squatting their line. Like the dudes on that team are playing, are first string, NFL players like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
today.
Nice,
That's crazy.
nice. Well, hey man, I just wanted to catch up with you. You tried intermittent fasting this week. What'd you think?
Well, I got to tell you, I've been using the Fast Blast Daily Essentials with my Kachava protein shake probably about 5 times a week.
Okay.
And this stuff is like painless. I mean, really painless because,
What do you like? What do you like about it?
well, I love about so first of all, when you first told me about this, my initial reaction, which always is when I hear about these things, is I expect the ingredients to suck. I
Yeah,
just do.
and I expect, I've known you. I've been with you in your journey through, you know, going into really understanding, not just becoming vegan, but really understanding food,
Right.
right? And you read stuff and you know stuff
I
and
look at every label, and most of these products, I mean, it took me a while to find the Kachava protein and meal replacement powder
Mhm.
because so many of them have additives that you don't need and chemicals you don't need and stuff you can't pronounce. And when I first looked at this, I was like amazed. I mean, the ingredients are fabulous. So, number one, I was comfortable with it just from that standpoint.
Right, right.
And what I love about it is it seems to be a very light configuration the way it's made. I just throw a scoop of this in with my protein shake every day. And I'm getting the benefits of, all these naturally enhanced superfoods. So just to give you an example, I'm in the spinach, kale, parsley, carrot, turmeric root. I could go on and on. I'm not going to read them all and get you crazy. You can go to the fastblast.com site and see what's there. But I just love it because it's an easy additive, and I add a lot of things to my shakes, and it's time consuming and it's a pain in the butt. Now I got one scoop of most of this stuff. I put it in and I'm done.
There
And
you
you
go.
don't even know it's there. So
Well,
that's awesome.
so I've been getting to know the founder, William King, a little bit. His story is pretty impressive. His journey, he has a food journey like you that was based on an injury he had, really really
Right.
severe skiing injury, and kind of going down a rabbit hole of learning about blue zones. He wrote a book about blue zones, where people naturally live longer, and a lot of the thinking on blue zones is diet and lifestyle are part of the thing. And what I like about Fast Blast is I'm not a dieter, right? Like I'm not gonna do some crazy eat meat all the time or keto or whatever. Look, it's like anything else. If that works for you, awesome, right? But I want to eat full complement of food. I want to eat meat. I want to eat vegetables. I want to eat, and you've been a big influence on me with that, where you're like, look, if you're gonna eat meat, eat good meat, right? Eat some good grass-fed meat. Look, find good food. There is good food in what you do, and
Eat clean.
right.
And eat clean means eat organic food, eat things without chemicals, eat grass-fed organic beef, eat fish from the ocean, not from ponds, not from these ponds where they're growing them and all that kind of stuff. And, just to circle this back to your first question was after just using this all the time and making this kind of a part of my daily regimen, I finally tried the 5-2 product. Now I just did my aim is not to lose weight. My aim is just a fitness aim, and have a day of cleansing and feel good and mind clarity and my sleep. Not necessarily just one night, but I've been watching my sleep. I've been wearing the Aura ring that you turn onto. But I got to tell you, I tried this product, and again, the ingredients are spectacular. So I was very comfortable with it. And this was probably I think I can live on this shit 7 days a week. So first of all, I like food, but I'm not a foodie. I'm not like you. It's not as important to me.
Right.
Sure, when I go out, sometimes I want a good meal, or when I cook at home, I want a good meal. But a lot of times it's really just about feeding myself with nutrition. It's more about getting it done. And the beauty of this for me, besides the fact that, again, it was easy, I didn't have to plan my meals for the day. I got 6 of these sitting in the refrigerator. I made 1 Kachaba and Fast Blast shake just to supplement it a little bit. Yeah. I wanted a little protein in there. And I knew that every 2 hours I was just sucking one of these things down, and they are delicious. There's relatively very little added sugar in here, and matter of fact, I think most of the sugar comes from the fruits that are in here. So yeah. It's natural, and there's only 3 grams of sugar in this whole thing, which means 6 of them, there's 18 grams of sugar.
18 grams sugar for a whole day.
And it was easy. It tasted good. I easily could have done a second day of the 5-2. Like, sure. I know sometimes when I've read some of the Fast Blast's literature, sometimes it's like start out with 1 day, get your body used to it, maybe do a second day later in the week, or only do 1 day that first week. Again, if you're doing this for the 5-2 regimen, and work yourself up to the 5-2. I could have done the second day easily. And I think I told you, the only reason I didn't is I had food in my refrigerator that was going to spoil. You need to eat. and I didn't want to let it go to waste, so I just put it off. And I think either Monday or Wednesday, I'm going to do a second one. And I'm going to try this. I tried the first time the strawberry banana, and the next time I'm going to try the one that's just straight strawberry.
Cool.
But I loved it. It was easy. I felt great. I didn't look, I'm active, as you know. I definitely did not work out as hard as I might some days, but I always do something. Right. I had a very busy day business-wise while I did that. I did a few interviews. I had a whole bunch of work to do, and it was a piece of cake.
I love it.
And I dropped, in the shape I'm in, I dropped 3 pounds.
Yeah. And I think that's it is I really like the ease of use. I love fasting. And I had done, straight fasting before, 16-8, where you'll, right. where you'll, not eat until,
the daily intermittent fasting, where you don't eat it from dinner until like noon the next day.
Right. But a full day fasting, 5-2, 2 days a week where you're not eating anything is hard, right? And you'll go through little dips of energy, and you'll be tired, you'll be irritable. And what I like about this is just like you said, I'm having one of these every couple hours, and I feel pretty good. What I didn't realize about fasting was, one, on days that I fast, I sleep the best. And to your point, I'm a big believer in aura. I can see that I sleep better, right? My heart rate is lower, my respiration's lower. My deep sleep is higher, and then, and Williams told me some about this, is I didn't expect the mental clarity piece. So when your body shuts off energy for digestion, because you're not eating anything, it reroutes your energy to places. And one of the things is your brain. And, a lot of people who fast, and especially 5-2 intermittent fasting, report increased cognitive ability, sharper thinking,
that's why I remembered to put my socks on that day. Holy now I got it. The next day it was like, oh, good. But I have to just throw one extra thing in, which I think is important as far as the sleeping, is I think you probably did the same thing I did. You didn't drink when you were doing this either. And also, I think that helps your sleep.
Well, not having alcohol helps.
One of the other things, look, I like my cocktails, so sure. I'm not looking to go alcohol free. But what I've discovered, because I've been much more proactive with my Aura Ring this year, with just watching what I do that day, or what I eat, or what I drink, or when I eat and drink, to see how it affects my sleep, to see if this is something that I cannot really change much, but affect better sleep. And what I've discovered is it's not necessarily just the nights I don't drink. If I take 2 nights off a week from having a cocktail, in general, it improves my sleep, not just those 2 nights. So I think part of what's great about this is you're also not doing as much of other things that you might do. You're not having that midday beer if you have one at lunch.
Right.
You're not having a cocktail at night at dinner, which also helps. And also that also, I think, increases the weight loss. And just to be clear, so people understand, because I know I hear a lot of people, well, you lost it, you probably put it on the next day. I didn't. So over the holidays, like a lot of people, I put on a few pounds. For me, it wasn't much, but I weigh myself every day, so it gets me a little crazy.
Yeah, where you
And
are. Yeah.
this dropped 3 and 2 stayed off. So
And that's been my experience, and that's been Shannon's experience, quite frankly, is she's an age, she's a menopause.
be careful now. She
What?
might be listening to it. Be
Well,
careful now.
I mean, but she's like a lot of women her age. Nothing she does helps her lose weight. She works out. She eats relatively healthy. I mean, she eats, she eats pretty well, and she just doesn't lose weight unless she really works at it. And what she's found is this is something that she can dependably know she's going to lose 2 or 3 pounds a week if she does 2 days of intermittent fasting.
Awesome.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you sharing your story. I was holding my breath because I know you're, you're serious about your nutrition and your health. And so, when I was waiting to see how you thought about this, and I was happy to hear that you found you found it as good as I think I find it.
I like it. I plan to add it to my regimen again. Because I don't have necessarily a need for it. I don't know if it'll be every week or it'll be every other week or it'll be more 1 month than another, but I definitely plan on making it somewhat of a regular thing. Like probably 1 day a week. I mean, when you read, I'm not sure if it's on the box or on the website of Fast Blast, they talk about starting out with the 5-2 and then moderating sometimes and going down to just 1 day a week. And that's probably where I'll end up. I just want to see what it's like when I do. I'm going to do a second, and then probably in a couple of weeks, I'm traveling a lot, so it has to work around that in the next few weeks, but I'll probably do 2 days in a row just to see how that goes.
Perfect. Let me know how it goes. I look forward to hearing about it.
You got it, buddy. Fast Blast now.
Fast Blast now. Talk to you soon, man. Appreciate it. All right.
Okay, I'm not going to hold my